Good morning, my dear student. Welcome you in online class of Bal Sadhana group of institution. Myself, Parvin Chaudhary. Yesterday, we discussed about the Samrat Ashok, Chandragupta Maurya, and Bindusara, and about the Dham of Ashok, Dham Yatra, Dham Mamatre, and the rock edict of Ashok. And today we will discuss and learn about Mauryan administrations and Mauryan society. So let's now start our topic. For the first time in India, a centralized administrative system was set up in the Mauryan period. Despite the centralization of power, the monarch was not a despotic. As we know, Mauryan Empire was a monarch. So, in this type of democracy, in this type of rule, the king enjoy the power, enjoy the power. Along with this, the king rule, and this administrations is the best example of centralization of power, and centralization of power is the best example of democracy where the peoples elect their representative, and in democracy the centralized powers are decentralized, not centralized. In democracy powers are decentralized, means powers are distributed among different institutions of government. So Mauryan administrations was first first empire who set up centralized administrations during his time period. According to Kautilya's Arthashastras laid out 7 organs of the Mauryan state, which were: first, king; second, Amatya; third, Janpada; fourth, Durug or fort; fifth, Kos, treasury; sixth, Sena, mean army; and Mitra, means friends. These are 7 components of the Mauryan administration. Part of the state. Seven component the of the state in Mauryan period. So, and the king had supreme power. The king has the king has supreme power. The king appointed the prime minister and the head priest or prohit only after upda persikshan. Upda persikshan. Upda. Upda persikshan. Upda persikshans a testing of personality. It means through it the king check the personality, take the personality test of any ministers, any person, and the king rule through his council of ministers. The king rule through his council of ministers. So let's we understand about through a diagram. Mauryan administration was a highly centralized administration. Mauryan administration was divided into two parts. Two parts. First, central administration. Second, provincial administration. In these central administrations, the rule king by the central administrations run by king, and the king divided 5 provinces. Again, I repeat again, the central administrations ruled by the king and the council of ministers, and the provincial administrations ruled by kumar or princes. In the Mauryan Empire, the provincial or states were 5 provinces. First provinces, second provinces, third provinces, fourth provinces, and fifth. And each provinces had a governor. Each provinces had a governor. These provinces: Uttarpada, situated in north, Avanti Rashtra west. Uttarpada, its capital Taxila, near Pakistan and the part of northern Kashmir. Avanti Rashtra provinces, its capital Ujjaini. Kalinga, Tosli. Dakshinapat, south, its capital Swarngiri. And Madhya Desh, this is central and east provinces, and its capital was Patliputra. So each council of minister, the king helped the council of ministers to run their administrations. In the council of ministers, many members were present. Name: Yuvraj, crown prince, priest, prohit, priest, senapati, army chief, other minister like as Sanidata, Samartha, and many more. So they had on different work. First, most important most important were the collection of revenue. Samaharta is an officer's, his task was revenue collection and keep the details of income and expenditures and prepare annual budget, same as Sanidata, head of the treasury. And the Kotile mentions 26 head of the department such as Kosadex, Sitadex. Sitadex is the head of agriculture. Pandyadex, trade. Sutradex, spinning and weaving. Lonadex, shelter house. Vividadex, pasture land. Lakshanadex, issuing of currency. Mudradex, Athvik, head of the forest department, etc. And Yuktas and Upyuktas were low level official under the control of Mahamates and Adhyaks. So according to the Arthashastra, 18 departments were in the central administrations in the Mauryan Empire, which are known as Tirth. According to Kotile Arthashastra, there 18 departments were in the central administration in the Mauryan Empire, which are known as Tirth, and which were headed by Mahamatre, which were headed by This point I told you, the king appoint prime ministers and head priest only after the Pariksha to check his characters or personality through the personality test. These Upda Parikshans is 3 type. First, Dhrampadda. Second, Arthopada. And third, Kamopada. So Dharmapada, its duty for testing moral values. Arthopada related to financial matter. And Kamopada related to sexual harassment. And after these tests, the king appoint prime ministers and the head priest in the administrations. So next topic going on, revenue takings on by 3 types. First, land, water and toll tax. Land 1/4 and 1/6 part of produce, it's imposed on agriculture. Water tax imposed on irrigation. Toll tax to sell goods from outside, means those sell Those goods sell outside the Mauryan Empire. They impose toll tax. Now, political unit in the central, in the Mauryan Empire's three states were working. First, Rajya as a center, province as a state, and Visay as a districts. The Rajya controlled by king, the provinces or a state controlled by Kumar or prince. Visay control or districts controlled by the Pradeshtik. Visay divided into Nagar and Gram. Nagarak, Gram, Razuk or Yuktas, and the smallest unit of administrations of Gopa. Smallest unit of administration was Gopa. Same as in our democracy, in Indian democracy, first state central government, second state government, third district level, means the third steps come under the Panchayati Raj, and the smallest unit of administrations is Gopa, same as village. So now we come on the topic of city administration. City administration. City administrations according to Kotile are such that the administration of town or city was in the hand of board of 30 member, which was divided into 6 committees, and each committee had 5 member, means every committee has 5 members, and these 6 committee work, do different type of work, such as committee for first committee. The work of first committee, trade and commerce. Second committee for art and craft and industries. Third committee, birth and death registrations. Fourth committee, collections for excise and custom tax, and fifth committee, collections of sell tax imposed on 10% of purchased price, and sixth committee for the hospitality of foreigner. Above 5 committee also mention in Kotile's Arthashastra, and 6th committee were added by the Megasthenes in his book Indica. Main political center of Mauryan kingdom: first Taxila, Ujjaini, Patliputra, Tosli and Swarnagiri. You see in yellow color, this all the part of Mauryan Empire. This from Afghanistan to West Bengal, all Kashmir to Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. This is the part of Mauryan administration. So we see that Mauryan administrations, central administrations, provincial administrations and city administrations and political unit in Mauryan administrations. And now we are coming on army arrangement or army administrations. There was a separate military department for the organization of army, which was divided into 6 committee, with each having 5 member, same as in urban administrations. to control the urban administrations. The committees was divided into 6 committees, and each committee has contained 5 member, having 5 member. So same as in military arrangement, the army which was divided into 6 committee and with each having 5 member. These committee surprised have 5 departments of the army, such as first committee for infantry, second committee for cavalry. Infantry means soldiers on foot. Committee for cavalry, soldiers on horse. Committee for chariot army, soldiers on chariot. And fourth committee for elephant army, fifth committee for naval army, and sixth committee for transport army. This committee carry the animals, goods, persons from one place to another place, and each committee having 5 member. It according to Megasthenes Indica, Chandragupta had a hug army including 6 lakh infantry, 50,000 cavalry, and 9,000 war elephant and 800 chariot. So we say that Mauryan rulers had a big army and they have divided into sub-committees. Now we are coming on judicial system in Mauryan Empire. Judicial system is the pillar of any administrations. Without any judicial system, no empire or country will run. So in the Mauryan Empire also had also judicial system. In the judicial systems, the supreme authority was always a king. The supreme authority was always a king. Death and punishment was finalized always by the king. Same as in our constitutions, the Supreme Court has supreme body of our judicial system. Judicial system of Mauryan was properly classified into 2 parts. First, civil courts, and second, criminal court. Civil court, in this court, property related and other civil disputes were looked into. It was called Dharm Shastye, or in the Persian language it called Diwani Adalat. And second, criminal court, criminal offense. In the court, criminal offense like as murder, kidnappings, theft, robbery were looked into this court. In criminal court, it was called Kantak Sodhan. This court, criminal court, called Kantak Sodhan, or in Persian language this was called Fauzdari Adalat. And the town judge was called Vyavaharik Mahamatre. The town judge called Vyavaharik Mahamatre, and the district judge was called Razukas. The district judge was called Razukas. So we all see that in Mauryan Empire, judicial system has great and organized. So we come on the next topic, Mauryan society. In Kotile Arthashastras, Kotile called Sudra as a Arya. In starting our chapters, I discussed you the Mauryan peoples called himself as a Arya, and same things Kotile told the Mauryans were Aryas, which gave the evidence of the social matured age. Kotile also included four one Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra in army, which showed that society was not conservative. He has also mentioned other caste along with Varna such as Nisad, Parsav, Ratkar, Videh, Soot and Chandal. Megasthenes divided Mauryan society into 7 castes. First, Darshanik means philosopher, farmers, Pasupalak, cattle herder and farmers, Karigar, craftspersons or artisans, inspector, soldiers, assembly members and other ruling class. Now, in the Mauryan age, the status of women was not too advanced, but they were allowed to niyog and remarries. Niyog, women were allowed niyog and remarries. The last Mauryan ruler was Baidrath, and Baidrath was incapable ruler. So it's his chief and commander Pushyamitra Sung occupied the throne of Patliputra and killed Baidrath and established a new dynasty named Sung Dynasty in 185 BC. So we discuss about Sung Dynasty, Satwan Dynasty and Gupta Empire in our next class. So read it, understand it, and if any problems please comment and like our video. Thanks. Have a nice day.